Good morning, traders. It is Friday, end of the week, May 17th, 5:45 a.m. I'm Jonathan van Clute with Stock Navigators, reminding you to be sure to press that thumbs up button and as well leave me any feedback that you want in the comments below. Let me know any symbols you would like examined or anything you would like clarified or explained or any problems you're having trouble with your trading, etc. All right, let's jump right in and start taking a look at the S&P 500. And it is doing exactly what I had outlined was the scenario that was building, which is a bounce to the upside. We have an A wave, we have a B wave. Now we're getting ready to make our C wave and come down to somewhere in the neighborhood of probably you're at around there or so. So we'll have to see exactly how far it gets, of course, depending on a lot of different factors. If the market is strong, buyers get excited, some great, amazing news comes out of a resolution to this whole China issue, whatever, we could go a little bit shorter, have a bit of a shallow retracement, and then a next big push up. But at the moment, anyway, it's not looking like that's terribly likely to happen. So looking for a just a bounce here. And most likely expectation would be an A, B, C, and then come down. But again, if the market is really scared, really nervous, really weak, maybe we just come straight down from here. And at that point, we can recalibrate what's going on. And does some great, amazing news come out and everybody decides it's safe time to buy and pile into the upside? Or do we just continue the pattern of lower lows and lower highs that will have established? So right now, the bears are in control. They have pushed the oscillator below the zero line on the daily chart. 60-minute chart, we can see the bounce here, and it is certainly higher highs and higher lows. But it's kind of feeling like it's maybe run out of steam. We've got this resistance level right up here where it stopped cold and is now coming back. The 60-minute is below the zero line, and we will have to see what happens this morning. But certainly we want it, if to the upside anyway, we want it to hold above this level here. This is the next, or the previous, I should say, the previous higher low. And if we break below that, then I would say that this up move is done and we're ready to head down. But if we can head up higher, then we may actually be getting our A, B, C after all. And we may do a little bit of both. Maybe we come down, double bottom around here, and then head higher. Who knows exactly how it's going to play out, but those are the levels we're watching out for. The higher high here, the higher low here, and right now we're just stuck in the middle. So I'll have to just see what the market wants to do, what the buyers and sellers want to do when they get in here this morning. Let's now look at oil, and oil has bounced very nicely off of the 50 SMA. I had talked about how the 50 has been a great entry. Every time it's gotten even close to it, it was your only shot to get in. And then we had this beautiful consolidation area here and sideways for a little bit, bunch of buying going on. And now it looks like we are looking to bounce higher. So, of course, we have to get over this level here to truly continue an uptrend. But if we can maybe get up close to it, pull back, hold a higher low, then launch the next wave upwards. 60-minute chart, certainly you can see the sideways consolidation right there. The oscillator on the 60 is definitely in the bull camp. It is above the zero line and moving upwards. We've got the 50 SMA clearly pointing up. Oscillator on the rather daily chart is below the zero line, but the MACD has just crossed its signal line and the zero line to the upside. So certainly on a daily basis, this little bounce here has given us some technical bullish signs. The SMA, the 50, is still up, even on the daily chart, and on the 13 EMA, it has hooked around. It is now looking to go back up again. So it certainly is looking like this was your entry. Now it just needs to get over this high to really lock in that position that now we are heading higher and continuing the uptrend. All right, now let's take a peek at what gold is doing. And gold has actually pulled back. which is interesting. I was kind of expecting it to just want to continue higher now, especially in all the continued uncertainty in the broader markets. But at the moment, anyway, we've had a little bit of a sell-off. Basically, we've just undone this move to the upside. So we'll have to really see what happens here. It's looking like the oscillator is building in strength, but we still have this low back here. Got to really either get below that or hold a higher low and then look to march higher from there. So right now we're just in the middle. We had the high, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and this is still a lower high. So at the moment, our downtrend is still intact because we are just right in the middle. So nothing really to see here on a daily basis, nothing really to do here. It's just in the middle. Shorter term, of course, there are opportunities to be had. If you see a short-term uptrend start, you see maybe price pull down and give you a nice double bottom around that range, or really anywhere in here, then that might be a good potential entry. Or maybe we already had it. This might have been it this morning. If the buyers come in force and decide to push things up higher, take out this high, then we are likely going to start doing higher highs and higher lows on a smaller time scale and moving to the upside. Got to get over the 13 EMA. That's our first line to attack here to the upside. And then, of course, the 50 is the big one, which is right now, of course, pointing to the downside. So it is looking like the bears are going to retain their control unless they can get price up above the 50 SMA, get the oscillator up above the 0. Then we can expect some kind of follow through to the upside. But right now, anyway, it's kind of looking like the bears are trying to take control back again. They lost it here a few days ago when the oscillator was able to get back above the 0 line, and now they're just trying to take it back. So we'll have to see if they are able to do that this morning. All right, natural gas is popping a little bit higher. It's still trying to march higher, but there's just still very little excitement, very little momentum in this market. The candles are just so small, very, very low volatility environment right now. The 0 line right here is getting challenged. On the daily, it's getting very close. That oscillator is right at the 0 line. The MACD is right at the 0 line. Everything is right at that point. So this market is just begging to pop higher. It does already look like a pattern of higher highs and higher lows is beginning. But really that 50 SMA, we got to get above that and hold above that. So I would like to see this market come above the 50, pull back, test the 50, and then head higher. And that would be a very nice indication that the next uptrend is underway. The bulls are back in control again, and there might be a trade to be had. So on the shorter term, we also can see, if we wanted to, we could, very crooked trend line, but you get the idea. There's a potential trend line right there. And the market is starting to pull away from that already. This high here, I mean, you can see it starting to curve upwards and is now heading in a steeper direction. So can it maintain that? That is the question. Right now, we are above the 50 SMA, which is certainly bullish. It hasn't turned around yet. It is still pointing to the downside, but oscillator is bullish above the 0 line. It's growing in strength. Everything is looking like it wants to try to push higher. So the level to watch for is that high right there, this sort of double top right there. Got to get over that. If price can do that, then we're golden. Right now, if it gets below here, then there's a problem. And this move has basically failed. Look at Bitcoin, see what the crypto market's doing, and Bitcoin has given back a chunk of gains, but in my opinion, it is nothing to worry about. This is actually what I was looking for. I was thinking we are way due for a pullback right up around here. I actually didn't expect us to get over the 8,000 level. That's a very key psychological level. I was a little surprised that it just shot right through and well over it, but now it has pulled. A pullback down to around the 6,000 level is not unreasonable at all. I wouldn't be surprised to see like an A, a B, a C, and then somewhere in that area, the 50% retracement of, zoom out a little bit, of this, what I am believing to be a wave 3. would be in order. So we could also get all the way down as far as the 61.8, down around 5,200 to 5,300. Although personally, I'm feeling that this market's a little too eager, a little too excited for that. I don't think it's terribly likely that we'll pull back that far. And certainly, if we only pull back to the 6,500 level or so, like maybe this is it, that would be an extremely strong indication that the next push up is going to be a heavy-duty one, and people are really, really excited. So we'll have to see what happens. But right now, I'm personally looking and hoping for something down around that 6,000 mark as a good entry opportunity. Again, if you want to jump into Bitcoin or add to existing holdings, etc. So we'll have to see if we get it. Right now, the 60-minute, I mean, clearly the big one was this spike down here, but look how the buyers came in. That is just ridiculous. The buyers were not about to let Bitcoin be on sale that much. I mean, we're talking about a 1,000-point difference almost. So actually, actually that's a daily candle. Never mind. So yeah, we're talking about about $1,000 difference. That is a big discount in an hour. So definitely there were buyers looking to take advantage of that big time. And then when it got back down here again, same thing. Buyers came in, and right now they are buying any dip, buy it, buy it, buy it. We'll have to see if that can continue with enough force to push it up higher and get over the recent high and march higher. Right now, oscillator is certainly in the bear camp. Bears are in control. MACD line is below its signal line. Oscillator is rising on the 60, so it's trying to build up some momentum. I think it's got a little bit of ways to go yet. Bears are very firmly in control on the 60, and on the daily, it's only just begun to turn over. The 60, or rather the MACD line is just touching right now, just kissing its signal line, and there's a long ways to go before getting below the zero line on the daily. So if it's even going to, I'm not saying that it has to get below the zero line on the daily. I actually don't think it's likely to. We are certainly building higher highs on the oscillator, but this is just too overheated. It needs to pull back, but it could pull back to anywhere, anywhere basically above the zero line would still seem to be an intact uptrend. So I'm still, like I said, I'm still gunning for that 6,000 level. That's what I'm hoping to see, and that's what I'm watching for. We'll just have to see if we actually get it or not. All right, let's go back to the S&P real quick, see if anything exciting has happened, and the answer is nope, nothing exciting going on. We will just have to see what the open gives us in just over 30 minutes. So I guess that kind of wraps it up for today. A little bit of a quick one this morning. I'm going to go get ready for the premium trading room this morning. So those of you who will be in there, I will see you there. And everybody else, have a great weekend. I hope your Friday goes well also. And I'll be back to do this again on Monday morning. So until then, take care and trade well.